If you're receiving Social Security benefits or are planning your finances around government-issued assistance, the news you're about to hear is crucial. The government has officially confirmed a permanent raise in Social Security benefits, and along with that, the January stimulus and payment dates have been officially announced. Millions of Americans will be directly impacted by these changes, and understanding the details can make a significant difference in household budgeting, healthcare planning, and long-term financial security. This permanent raise is not a temporary adjustment. It is a lasting change designed to ensure that Social Security keeps pace with inflation and the rising costs of living, which have been a concern for recipients over the last several years. The January payments, meanwhile, are set to provide an immediate financial boost, helping families cover expenses right at the start of the year. Missing this information could mean delays in receiving funds or misunderstanding the total amount you are eligible for, which is why it is critical to pay attention to every detail shared in this update. Social Security beneficiaries have long experienced fluctuations in their benefits due to cost of living adjustments, but this permanent raise represents a significant departure from previous temporary increases. Starting this year, every qualifying recipient will see a meaningful increase in their monthly payments, which will now be locked in moving forward. This is particularly important for retirees who rely on Social Security as their main source of income, as it provides a predictable and reliable source of funds to cover living expenses, medical costs, and essential household needs. The government's move to make this raise permanent comes in response to growing concerns over inflation, rising healthcare costs, and the increasing cost of housing, all of which have affected retirees and low-income households the most. Financial analysts have pointed out that this permanent raise could be one of the most impactful changes to Social Security in over a decade, signaling a commitment to long-term financial stability for millions of Americans. Alongside the permanent Social Security raise, the January stimulus payments and other government-issued payments have been scheduled and officially revealed. The timing of these payments is essential, especially for individuals who rely on these funds to cover immediate expenses such as rent, groceries, utilities, or medical bills. According to the latest government announcements, payments will begin to arrive via direct deposit starting in the second week of January, with paper checks following shortly after. The government has prioritized direct deposits to ensure that recipients receive their funds as quickly as possible, reducing delays that have occurred in past distribution cycles. Knowing the exact dates of these payments allows families to plan effectively and avoid potential financial shortfalls, ensuring that bills are paid on time and essential needs are met. For retirees and other Social Security recipients, the permanent raise offers a tangible improvement in monthly income. Preliminary estimates suggest that the average increase could range from $150 to $300 per month, depending on individual benefit levels. For those receiving disability benefits or supplemental security income, the increase may vary slightly, but everyone who qualifies for Social Security can expect to see a noticeable boost. This increase is especially significant given that many households have struggled with rising costs in healthcare, transportation, and everyday necessities. For retirees living on fixed incomes, this permanent raise can mean the difference between barely covering expenses and having additional funds for emergencies, discretionary spending, or medical needs. The government's decision to make this raise permanent is a response to decades of advocacy from seniors and policy experts who have stressed the importance of ensuring that Social Security benefits keep pace with the real cost of living. The January stimulus payments are designed to complement the permanent Social Security raise, providing an early year infusion of funds that can help families plan and budget effectively. Eligibility criteria for these payments remain largely consistent with previous rounds, but there are a few important updates. Individuals who meet income thresholds and file the required documentation will receive payments automatically, either through direct deposit or by mail. The government has streamlined this process to make distribution faster and more accurate, recognizing the urgency for households to receive their funds at the beginning of the year. Additionally, special attention has been given to households that have experienced life changes, such as marriage, the birth of a child, or changes in employment status. These updates are designed to ensure that all eligible individuals are accounted for and that payments are calculated accurately based on current circumstances. Timing is a critical factor for Social Security recipients and stimulus payment recipients alike. The first wave of direct deposits is scheduled to begin in the second week of January, with subsequent deposits occurring over the following days, based on Social Security numbers and banking arrangements. Paper checks will be mailed shortly thereafter to recipients who do not use direct deposit. Ensuring that personal information with the Social Security Administration is current is vital for avoiding delays, missed payments, or administrative errors. Beneficiaries are advised to check mailing addresses, banking details, and other relevant information ahead of time to make sure they receive their payments without issue. For many households, receiving these funds promptly is essential for managing bills, healthcare costs, and other monthly obligations. Financial experts are emphasizing that this year presents a unique opportunity to improve household financial stability. With the permanent Social Security raise and the January stimulus payments, recipients have an increased income that can be strategically allocated. Financial advisors recommend using these funds to pay down high-interest debt, build emergency savings, or cover essential medical expenses. For retirees, the combination of a permanent raise and an early year payment can help provide peace of mind and reduce financial stress. By planning ahead and understanding the timing and amount of payments, households can maximize the impact of these funds and improve overall financial security. The permanent raise also has implications for how Social Security interacts with other government assistance programs. Individuals who receive supplemental security income, Medicaid, or other state-level benefits may see adjustments in how their overall income is calculated. Importantly, the government has clarified that the permanent raise will not negatively impact eligibility for these programs. This ensures that recipients who rely on multiple sources of assistance will continue to receive full benefits without losing support due to the increase in Social Security payments. The clarification provides reassurance to millions of Americans who might otherwise worry about losing benefits as a result of receiving a higher Social Security income. This update also reinforces the importance of Social Security as a cornerstone of retirement planning. Younger generations who are contributing to Social Security now can take comfort in knowing that future benefits will be adjusted to keep pace with inflation, providing long-term financial security. For retirees and disabled individuals who currently depend on Social Security, the permanent raise represents a meaningful improvement in their monthly budgets, helping to cover living expenses and maintain independence. Economists have noted that locking in these increases is a forward-looking step that strengthens the program and demonstrates the government's commitment to supporting Americans through retirement, disability, and other qualifying circumstances. The January stimulus payments, when combined with the permanent Social Security raise, create a significant opportunity for households to improve their financial situation at the start of the year. Knowing the payment dates allows recipients to plan for upcoming expenses, from rent and utilities to healthcare and groceries. Early knowledge of payment amounts and schedules also reduces stress and provides a clear framework for budgeting. This is especially important for seniors, disabled individuals, and low-income households who rely heavily on predictable government support to maintain their standard of living. With proper planning, these payments can be maximized to improve financial stability, pay off debts, and prepare for unexpected expenses throughout the year. In addition to financial benefits, the permanent Social Security raise and January payments have psychological and social impacts. For many recipients, the knowledge that benefits will rise permanently provides a sense of security and confidence in the future. It reduces anxiety about rising costs and the potential for financial shortfalls, allowing households to focus on health, family, and community engagement rather than struggling to cover basic expenses. This long-term improvement in financial security has broad implications for quality of life, helping retirees and others maintain independence and dignity while navigating the challenges of aging, illness, or limited income. As we move further into the year, it is important for recipients to stay informed about Social Security updates and government payment schedules. Regularly checking official Social Security Administration announcements, verifying personal information, and understanding eligibility criteria are critical steps to ensure that everyone receives the full benefit of these changes. For households planning around these payments, creating a budget that accounts for the permanent raise and stimulus funds can provide stability and reduce financial uncertainty. By proactively managing these resources, recipients can take full advantage of the government's support and improve both short-term and long-term financial health. The combination of a permanent Social Security raise and clearly defined January payment dates represents one of the most important updates for Americans this year. Millions of people stand to benefit from higher monthly income, improved financial stability, and predictable government support. Planning ahead, staying informed, and understanding eligibility requirements are key to making the most of these changes. These updates signal a strong commitment from the government to support retirees, disabled individuals, and low-income households, helping them maintain independence, security, and peace of mind. By taking proactive steps, recipients can ensure they receive every dollar they are entitled to and use these funds to strengthen their overall financial situation. In conclusion, the permanent Social Security raise and the January stimulus and payment schedule provide both immediate and long-term benefits for millions of Americans. This is a historic update that will have lasting effects on household budgets, retirement planning, and financial security. By paying attention to payment dates, eligibility criteria, and personal account information, recipients can take full advantage of these improvements. With careful planning and informed decision-making, the combination of these new benefits can help reduce financial stress, improve quality of life, and ensure that government support is effectively utilized to meet essential needs. This update is more than just a financial boost. It is a step toward greater stability, confidence, and security for all who rely on Social Security and government assistance programs.